Market Lead 8 Country 107.3, 99.3. Taste of Country 100 Mountain Music Festival. I'll tell you what, it is rocking already this afternoon. Sunshine at 73 now. That's not too bad after 4 inches of rain that's fallen in the past 2 days. So it is beautiful. It's Saturday night, and there are some talent. Now, closing up the show is going to be Hunter Hayes, Billy Currington, Lady Annabelle. And I got to tell you, you heard me say it before, my favorite one, the one that I'm personally looking forward to, fans already know it, but it's a fan I am, is Mr. Joe Nichols, and welcome.
No, thank you very much.
How's it been for you?
It's been great, man. I think it's going to warm up a couple more degrees, and it makes for a perfect little segue for our new song, Sunny in 75.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, where did that come from? I mean, I've heard it, and it is just a great song, Sunny in 75. Wow.
It's, man, it seems to be off to a fantastic start. You know, the first 3 weeks on the chart, we've gone from 50 to 30, and I don't think I've ever had a single that has run that far at the back half of the chart that quick. So I'm very proud of what it's doing. I'm very proud people are reacting to the song. You know, for where it's at on the chart, people are buying it in bulk. So that's good. And I think it's perfect right now. It's the perfect time of year for that kind of song. Country radio seems to really like it, and I'm proud the fans are digging it and calling and requesting it.
You mentioned country radio, you've obviously realized it's changed a lot in the last 5 years.
Oh yeah.
I'm real scared that the FM dial is being destroyed. That's my personal opinion. Yeah. A lot of guys think that. Thank you for keeping the music country.
Appreciate it.
Man, pop country that's being released drives people nuts.
Yeah.
And it hurts. So that's what I want to get right out of the way here. One of the guys that told Justin Moore the same thing. Thanks for keeping it country, man.
Absolutely.
You're saving the format, and I think guys like you would have just doing that. Now,
thank you.
You used to be a rocker, and actually your dad played bass.
Yeah.
So you grew up around music.
Yeah.
Now, where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school. I went to several high schools. Stokes County, South Stokes High School in Stokes County, North Carolina. Rogers High, Rochester, Arkansas.
What made you move around all of them? Why did you keep moving?
You know, parents do that. It wasn't my choice. It wasn't my job calling me to a different town. It's you know, just life circumstances, you know, having to pull me there and push me here. So it's I don't know. I picked up a little bit at each place I went. You know, musically, intellectually, you know, friends, all that kind of stuff.
Now I want to remind my fans, Joe was a disc jockey at one point.
Oh yeah.
I heard you were on.
Not a very good one either.
Well, you don't know. I'm not either, but you know. Now, what time were you on the air?
I was on overnights. I did overnights and weekends, and I would actually have to change my name. Me and my friend had.
Yes. What radio name do you use?
Well, when they put me on for 12 hours solid, you know, I had to do like a midnight to 6 and a 6 to noon. You know, they'd make me change my name. You know, so I had a couple of different names. My buddy was great at coming up with new names. When he had to work Sunday mornings, his name was Skip Church.
Okay, that's good. That's perfect. Right. I had an idiot come out one time to use swinging Dick Mitchell. I had to cut him right off.
Richard Cranium. We had a couple of those.
Phil McCracken. But anyway, it's great to talk to you now, because I want to remind my fans that they're expecting it. Here it comes. Everybody who knows me here knows exactly what I'm going to talk about next. I started out in Fort Myers, Florida. I'm from here originally. I had to lie my way into the business. I couldn't get in. These were the days where you needed a guy in the studio 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
1997. And I'm sure you know, after being on the air overnights, some crazy people like to call in.
Dude, that's the only people that call in at 3 o'clock.
You hear some crazy things.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to tell the broom story real quick. It'll take 10 seconds. Here it comes. I'm on the air. Now, my wife's here, so let's make sure that I know this was 17 years ago. The day crew and my program director would always wonder why there was a broom at the side entrance door to the studio. Every day there'd be a broom there. So they're wondering, where is this broom coming from? Why is it here every day? And finally I told my program director, I said, Lee, listen, there's crazy girls are calling all night long. Before the internet, they don't know what you look like. They would always offer to bring food down, pizza, whatever. So you realize real fast, the #1 phrase is a nighttime disc jockey. If she sounds hot, probably not. Okay, so they're crazy, and sometimes you get hungry. It's 3 o'clock, the woman calls in, hey, can I bring you a pizza? Sure, no problem. So when they get there, I'd go to the door and I'd put the broom in my hand. If it looked promising, I'd put the broom down and say, come on in.
You're sweeping it.
If it was a train wreck, Joe, I'd say, hello. Oh, I'm just the overnight cleaning guy, but Tommy couldn't get in here. There's an emergency in the air. in the
It's not
studio.
a bad backup plan.
And I'll bring him the pizza. Have a good night. Now get out.
Pretty good.
So that's my broom story I want to share with a dish track that can relate to.
Yeah. I've had my butt threatened. I've had guys threaten to kick my butt over.
Women hit on you.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. We've been through everything. I mean,
I've cussed. I don't know how many times I fell asleep.
Really? You fell asleep? I've never done that.
I don't know which is worse, cussing or falling asleep.
Cussing is all right. I tell you, everybody says that's what's on. As long as they don't say certain words. The C word or the F word.
I probably said them.
We did?
When the CD wouldn't load, back
oh,
in the CD cart days, it wouldn't
I'll tell you a
load.
story off the air about
Big F-bomb.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Well, it takes a certain number of complaints to get an FCC violation. So we'll get into that later. The Impossible, your first big hit.
Yeah.
Fantastic song. Broken Heartsville was, I believe, your first #1. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, where did that come from?
Broken Heartsville is a song written by 4 writers: Donnie Keys, Blake Mavis, Randy Boudreaux, who wrote Alibis and a bunch of big songs in the '90s, and Clint Daniels, one of my favorite singer-songwriters in town. And one of those barroom anthem type things. You raise your glass and just start drinking.
And everyone can relate to it.
Yeah, absolutely. We got another one we just cut for this record called "Open Up a Can." I think it's right up the same alley. I think it's our next Broken Heartsville because it's that one you just feel like raising up your glass and saying, "This is my jam." So
what's the name of your next song?
Yeah, I don't know. We've tossed around a few ideas for a title. The record label president likes crickets because we got like 4 or 5 songs on the record that talk about crickets, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to put out a record that's called Crickets.
I mean,
and here's Joe Nichols.
Find the best way to add crickets into a sentence that makes the people laugh, and you take it from there.
Well, there's a lot of stuff in there.
Give Me That Girl was great, and I know, I got to mention, Tequila Makes Your Clothes Fall Off, obviously, probably your signature song.
Yeah.
That's an anthem. And it's so true. And real quick, I know I got to wrap it up in like a minute, but how did that come about?
That's one of those songs that when I heard the demo, it was a very sleepy song. It actually sounded nothing like what we did.
You rocked it up with guitar.
Yeah, it was an acoustic-driven demo. It was very slow. It was just kind of almost like a mid.
Really?
Very slow, and we sped it up considerably. Put like a wailing kind of feel to it, with some cranking guitars with Kenny Greenberg, and we just spiced it up quite a bit, sang it with anger almost.
Oh, yeah.
And it came across funny, and the video, I think, put it over the top.
Oh, the old lady against Christ. I gotta tell you, they're gonna tell me to wrap it up. I can tell, you're my favorite guy of the day, and it's gonna be hard for me to wrap it up. Can't wait to see you on stage. Remind me what time Joe Nichols. 4:30 this afternoon, so you're in traffic.
Fully
it's not
closed.
that bad.
Fully closed.
I'll tell you, what was that?
Fully closed.
Are you gonna make the same entrance as you made in here just
I would. Trust me, I would. If I didn't have a manager, I would.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
The manager might disagree with the way he is.
For those of you wondering, I had a strawberry wedge in the crack of my butt.
Yeah. Thanks for not making me say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make that into a sweep.
Try to pass it off as hemorrhoids. So
I'm gonna run that every time you come on the air, bro. Anyway, it's been a pleasure here. 4:30, Joe Nichols comes on. We've got Billy Currington and Hunter Hayes later on. Joe Nichols and his band are rock and lace. It's been an honor to have you on for a couple of minutes. I know they're telling me I'm going long. That's the story of my entire life, as you know me. I'm not going to edit anything out. I'm going to give you everything. Thank you so much for coming on the air. It's one of the highlights of my career. The show is the first time I've met you. Fabulous talent. WRWD Country 107.3, 99. Joe Nichols.
Yeah, bud. Thank you, man.